A very good morning to all of you students of class 10. I am going to start a solenoid, a current carrying conductor, showing us the observation change in magnetic field lines when the current is passing through the coil. The magnetic field actually produced by solenoid, which is similar to the bar magnet. You have learned about the bar magnet. It has two poles, north pole and south pole. So whenever a most important discovery is done to produce induced current with the help of a magnetic field, we can say that Michael Faraday was that shows us produce the electricity from magnetism, and that phenomenon is known as electromagnetic induction. This electric current can be produced by magnetic force. We need to adjust a bar magnet at a rest in a magnetic field due to current carrying solenoid. So we had to fix a north pole of a magnet whenever it is moved towards the coil. As it is given in the diagram, a bar magnet is at rest with respect to the metallic coil. The metallic coil is connected to the sensitive galvanometer. The reading in the galvanometer is right now 0. When the north pole of a magnet is being moved towards the coil, students, the galvanometer shows some deflection. That means the current is flowing in the coil without the help of a battery. Current is called induced current. The current remains in the circuit till the magnet is moving with respect to the coil. When there is no relative motion, the reading of the galvanometer shows us always 0. Current in the produced because of a potential difference is developed across the coil, and that potential difference is known as induced EMF, electromotive force. In a solenoid, many circular windings are there wrapping to each other in the shape of cylinder. As you can see, cylinder in shape. So when the current is passing through it, it behaves similar to the bar magnet, which is producing a very similar field pattern as that of the bar magnet. To increase the strength of a soft iron core is used. As you can see that this is shows as a bar magnet having the north pole and south pole. Again, the number of magnetic field lines of a force through the coil changes. It is very important to note, student, that it is not necessary to move the magnet to keep the coil stationary. We had to bring some effect by using the coil near the magnet or keeping the magnet stationary and taking the coil away from the magnet, keeping the magnet stationary. If you will bring the south pole near the coil or taking the south pole away from the coil, we can see that a change in the number of magnetic field lines of producing which are passing through the coil, and thus can produce induced EMF, that is electromotive force, and induced current. Okay. So we need to learn about the electromagnetism and electromagnets. What are electromagnet? As the word is given, electromagnet, that's mean we have to produce the magnetism by electricity. So we can say that Faraday produces electricity from magnetism. An electromagnet consists of long coil of insulated copper wire wounded on the soft iron core. An electromagnet is an artificial magnet which produces a magnetic field on the passage of electric current through the conductor. This field appears when the current is turned off. The phenomenon of producing or inducing a magnetic field due to the passage of an electric current is called electromagnetism. Electric motor is such a device that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So we had to learn about the electric motors. Electric motor is a device which convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. Principle. So what is in which principle the electric motor works? When a rectangular coil is placed in the magnetic field and the current is passed through, it coils experience a torque. This rotates it continuously and then electric motor converts this electrical energy into mechanical energy. So electric motor is a device which can be used to convert this electrical energy into mechanical energy. Electric motor is based on the principle that when an electric carrying conductor is placed in the magnetic field, it experiences a force. As you can see that it has some parts or components. These parts are called armature, field magnet, split ring or commutator, brushes or sliding contact, battery, etc. So we have to learn the parts one by one. Students, you need to learn how to draw the electric motor. If you will use a current which is entered from the arm A and B, you can see that there is a brush X and current flows through the brush Y which is from C to D. Using the Fleming's left hand rule, we can find out the force which is downward in direction and upward in direction. The movement of these brushes are actually in the electric motor split the rings shown in the figure as a PQ and act as a commutator that reverses the direction of current. The reversing of this current is repeated at each half rotation, giving rise to the continuous rotation of a coil. So we need to learn about the principle again. When a rectangular coil is placed in a magnetic field and a current is passed through it, force acts on the coil which rotates it continuously. With the rotation of this coil, the shaft attached to it also rotates. You need to know N and S, these are the two poles of a bar magnet. Here the ABCD is shown rectangular coil. P and Q, these are shows a split ring. X and Y are the brushes and there is an excellent commutator. There is a construction. It consists armature. It is a rectangular coil ABCD which is suspended between the two poles of a magnetic field. So rectangular coil ABCD is known as armature of an electric motor. Electric motor has a rectangular coil ABCD known as armature. And these are always suspended between two poles of magnetic field. There is an electric supply to the coil is also connected with a commutator. So what is commutator? Commutator is also known as a split ring. Commutator is a device which reverses the direction of flow of electric current through the circuit. It is showing the two halves of a same metallic rings. Two metallic rings which are using to reverse the direction of flow of electric current through a circuit is known as commutator or split ring. It's very important to know about the commutator. Now, there is a magnetic field which is supplied by the permanent magnet. A magnet is also used here. So we can say that the magnetic field which is supplied by a permanent magnet north and south pole, sliding contacts or the brushes Q which are fixed. We are using a battery also and it consists fuse cell. Now we have to learn about the working of electric motor. When an electric current is supplied to the coil of an electric motor, it gets deflected because of magnetic field. As it reaches the halfway, the split ring which acts as a commutator reverts. And it reaches to the halfway, the split ring which acts as a commutator reverses the direction of flow of electric current. Reversal of a direction of electric current reverses the direction of force acting on the coil. The change in the direction of force pushes the coil and it moves another half turn. When an electric current is supplied to the coil of an electric car motor, it gets deflected because of magnetic field. Magnetic field deflect the electric current in the electric motor. When it is reached to the halfway, the split ring acting as a commutator reverses the direction of flow of electric current. Reversal of a direction of electric current always reverses the direction of force acting on a coil. The change in direction of a force which pushes the coil and it moves another half turn, the coil complete one rotation around the axle. Continuation, this process keeps the motor in the rotation. In the commercial motor, we can see that electromagnet consists of permanent magnet and armature is used. Armature is a very soft iron core which large number of conducting wires turn over it. Large number of turns in the conducting wire enhances the magnetic field produced by armature. We are to learn about the use of motors. Motors can be used in the electric fans, used for pumping the water. It can be used for various toys also. Now very important topic, electromagnetic induction I am going to start. The phenomenon of inducing an electric current in a coil by changing the magnetic field around it is known as electromagnetic induction. So you know students, the induced current which is produced by the solenoid can be changed the magnetic field around it. So this electromagnetic induction of an electric generators can be explained by Faraday's experiment. Faraday discovered the magnetic field interacted with an electric current or a circuit by inducing a voltage known as EMF. The full form of this EMF is electromotive force. This electromotive force is used by the electromagnetic induction. So, whenever moving a magnet towards a coil, setting up in a current in a coil or a circuit as indicated by deflection in the galvanometer needle shows us that this is induced current. So, we had to know the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction by producing the induced electromotive force and thereby the current in the coil due to the varying magnetic field with the time to time. If a coil is placed near a current carrying conductor, the magnetic field changes due to the change in current or due to the relatively motion between the coil and conductor. The direction of this induced current is given by Fleming's right-hand rule. Electromagnetic induction can be explained by using this Michael Faraday's experiment, who was an English physicist, is supposed to have a study in the generation of electric current using a magnetic field and a conductor. I have to repeat. He has studied the generation of electric current which is using a magnetic field and a conductor. Isn't it, students? So electricity production as a result of magnetism or induced current is called electromagnetic induction. Electricity which is produced as a result of magnetism is known as electromagnetic induction. So as you can see that there is a galvanometer, there is a soft iron core and there is a coiling A and B shows us that the movement of the bar magnet around it produces magnetism. When a conductor is said to move inside the magnetic field, we can see that a magnetic field is said to be changing around the conductor and this electric current is induced in the conductor. This is just opposite to the exertion of force by a current carrying conductor inside a magnetic field. Or in other words, we can say that when a conductor is brought near a relative motion and a magnetic field is produced, vice versa, a potential difference is also induced into it. That process is known as electromagnetic induction. Again, we have to use electromagnetic induction by using the Fleming's right-hand rule. Electromagnetic induction can be explained with the help of Fleming's right-hand rule, such as that if the right hand is stretched in a way that the index or forefinger in the middle finger and the thumb shows the mutually perpendicular direction to the thumb shows us induced current, then the direction of movement of conductor is compared as mutually perpendicular to each other. And this mutually perpendicular direction to the each other also points the important fact about the magnetic field lines, the current induced in the current conductor or the movement of conductor. Okay students. Then the magnitude of the induced current would be the maximum. We can use electromagnetic induction in the conversion of kinetic energy into electrical energy. Now very important topic of this chapter is electric generator. What is electric generator? A device which is used to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy is known as electric generator. There are two types of generator, AC generators and DC generators. AC generator is always produce the current which changes the direction after equal interval of time, and DC generator produces the current which is unidirectional. Okay, so we are going through the description detail of an electric generator. Electric generator is a device that converts mechanical energy into electrical energy, and it operates on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction has operated in electric generators. AC generation. The axle attached to the two rings often rotate so that the arms AB and CD move up and down respectively in the produced magnetic field, as shown in the rectangular field ABCD. After each and every half rotation, the direction of the current in both arms changes. Again, by applying Fleming's right-hand rule, the induced current are established in these arms along the direction of D and C and BA. Therefore, the induced current I flows through the DCBA, which is reverse in direction. You can see, students. There is a south pole and a north pole of a strong power magnet. There is a rectangular coil A, B, C and D which is rotated on the brushes B1 and B2, and that it shows us that the direction of magnetic field line is produced by the Fleming's right-hand rule. Here B1 and B2 are brushes. Electric generator is a device which converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy. Two types of generators are AC and DC generators. So this is the figure shown. North pole, south pole, brushes B1, B2, a rectangular coil A, B, C and D. There are the two rings R1 and R2, and the galvanometer is attached in the series. Now we have to study about construction and working of these electric generators. The structure of an electric generator is similar to that of the electric motor. In the case of electric generator, a rectangular armature is placed within the magnetic field of a permanent magnet. I have to repeat, the electric generator having a rectangular armature ABCD which is placed between the magnetic field of permanent magnet N and S. Here the armature is attached to the wire and is the positions in such a way that it can move around an axle. So armature is moving around an axle. When an armature moves with a magnetic field, electric current is induced. The direction of induced current changes when the armature crosses the halfway mark of an rotation. In the latter part, I will show you how it will be worked together. Okay. The direction of the current changes once in each and every rotation. Due to this, the electric generator usually produce alternate current. You know very well what is an alternate? Changes to each other. So AC means alternate current. AC to convert in AC generator to the DC generator by using a split ring and a commutator, and this help in the producing direct current. So electrical generator is used to convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. We will use about AC and DC current. AC means alternate current. So the current in which the direction is changed periodically. is known as alternate current. In India, most of the power stations generate alternate current. The direction of a current changes after every 1/100 seconds in India. So the frequency of AC in India is 50 Hz. Very important is that how much energy is produced in India from AC. So the frequency of AC in India is always 50 Hz. AC is transmitted up to the long distance without much loss of energy is advanced AC over DC. So these are the graph shows us that current is always showing alternate current. Sometime it will be increase and decrease. So within the given time alternate changes always rotate half, and here you can compare the DC current which always shows us a direct current without any deflection. So the DC current is that current which flows in one direction only is known as direct current. Electrochemical cell which is produced like direct current. Now we have to study about the advantage of AC and DC. Cost of the generation AC is much less than DC. So each and every time it is said that AC is a lesser than DC. So the cost is very cheap. AC can be easily converted. AC generators or alternate current can be controlled by use of choke which is involved less loss of power, whereas DC can be involved control over the resistance which involves high energy losses. AC can be transmitted over long distance without much loss of energy, and AC machines are stout and durable and do not need much maintenance. These are the advantages of AC generators. Now disadvantages of AC generators are also there. AC generators cannot be used for the electrolysis process or showing the electromagnetism as it reverses its polarity or strength. AC is more dangerous than DC. Today's topic is over for today's students. Here only. The next topic I am going to start in the next part. Hope you will study hard. If any doubts regarding these topics, AC generator, DC generators, magnetism produced in induced current, electric motor, all this you have to read and then mark it, and in the online classes you can ask each and everything. For today, thank you and have a nice day.